Welcome to this week's edition of Wolves Weekly. I'm your host, Mark Colachico, the Director of Media Relations here at Western Oregon University. I'm joined today by head softball coach Lonnie Sargent. Lonnie, how are you doing today?
Great.
It's that time. Season's right around the corner for you. You guys head down to Tucson this week to take part in the NFCA Division II Leadoff Classic. You know, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just to get outside and play. And we've had great weather so far up here, but to get down to 80-degree weather and play some of the best teams in the country, last year's best team in the country, is going to be a great test for us, see where we're at.
Now, you guys are coming off your most successful season in program history, winning the GNAC regular season title as well as the tournament title, and then you guys went down to the West Regions down in Northern California. You know, what kind of benchmarks are you guys looking to build on from last year? Players that are back this year that you're really looking to, look on for leadership, things like that?
Well, I think we're really looking forward to just trying to stay up there at the top. You know, our conference is so good and well-rounded, and Central and Western Washington and Simon Fraser will be back to full strength. St. Martin's, all of them are great. NNU is going to be fantastic this year, along with Montana State Billings. But for us, we're just going to try and take care of business and work as hard as we can to maintain where we're at and see if we can compete against those teams.
And then look a little bit towards this week. You guys start out with 3 guaranteed games, and then you go from there into pool play. Look at those first 3 opponents. What's the big thing that jumps off the page to you?
Well, I think they can all hit. One of them was in the top 5 last year. One won the national title last year. New Haven's going to be tough. All of them, that's going to be a big challenge for us to face a team that can hit so well with all 3 of them, West Texas A&M as well. So, if we can just kind of keep the ball in the park, I think we might be okay. And that's what our challenge is for our pitchers and our defense, and just kind of compete as hard as we can. Those guys have been outside for a few months now, or about a month now, like us, and but they're just, it's just a great benchmark for us to see where we're at.
And then you guys are on the road for the first month or first 3 weeks of the season, and then you guys roll right into GNAC play. What are you looking at in that first month that you're away from home? You get the girls ready to really get into kind of a road schedule, being away from class and trying to focus on that, plus softball, and get ready for the year. What are you guys looking at from that first month really to propel to the rest of the season?
Well, I think we kind of split our seasons up into 3 groups. We have our preseason, regular season, and then the postseason if we can get that far. And so this preseason is just really to see where we're at. Not necessarily looking at our record coming out of it, to see if we've grown, how well we've done, hopefully come out of it with very few injuries, and just kind of use that as a turning point to go into our next season as well. And our kids know that. We talked about that with them all the time, where we're at, what we're looking for going down there, and then into Vegas. And so it's just kind of a fun way to break up our year into 3 different compartments. So that's what our kids look forward to.
And then talk a little bit individual-wise. You guys lost your 2 pitchers last year in Erica Brill and Kelly DeMano, but you bring back Jordan Williams, who was pitched in spurts a little bit. Last year had a 7-1 record, but you bring back the GNAC Freshman of the Year in Kelsey Gardner, and also all-team first-team GNAC in Amanda Uvola. And really, if you go kind of up the diamond, that could be a pretty solid center line where you go from Williams in the circle to Gardner at second, and then Uvola in the center field. So have you really branched off of those 3, or I know Jordan played a little bit of third last year, but is that your leadership? Are those your pillars for the year?
Yeah, I think that's a great way to look at it. The center of your field is really important, and we look at it the same way as everybody else, and we've tried to branch out. We've had some players that come back from last year that are all young. They're sophomores, but they're going to get a lot more playing time, and Jordan will probably play more third than she will pitch this year because we have a few other kids that have stepped up, and Jo, she'll pitch her fair amount, but she's going to be needed at third for us. So, and Amanda, she's her record shows that she's a player, and she'll be sorely missed next year. So we're going to take advantage of her as much as we can this year to make sure her and Joe go out as well as they can and enjoy the season as much as they can, since it is their senior year. So that's really what we're looking forward to, is seeing how well we can do for those two.
Well, Coach, we wish you good luck this week as you guys head down to Tucson. Fans, just be sure to follow WOUWolves.com to find out the results for the Wolves as you see on there. Head down to the D2 Classic in Tucson. It'll be starting on Friday. They'll play at 9 a.m. our time on Friday. So be sure to watch that. And Coach, as we say, we wish you good luck this week. We wish you good luck through the rest of the season. We'll see you again next week. And as always, go Wolves.